Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, as usual, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving out the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakaha Kadash, thereby honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who I'm taught and do learn this truth 100% from. Peace and blessings be to you, Akim, or Akwatim, who are serving Yahweh Shema Shine sincerity, hoping for mercy, as well as salvation in these latter days, man. To you, I say Shalom, and Yahweh Shema Shai Brakathon. Real quick, I was watching the elders' lesson. The head in the LA camp, the brother was basically going into this new bill. As you see, Canada's bill C-9, right, which was a bill that they had passed June 26th, if I ain't mistaken, of 2026, right? This year, this was literally probably about, 2 weeks ago or so. All right, and basically what this bill is going into is eliminating, so-called hate speech, right, from all standpoints, but especially, a religious perspective, so to speak, right? And then this bill goes into, basically, teaching out of scripture. And even though this is in Canada, it's going to be a snowball effect. It's eventually going to make its way to the United States in some way, shape, or form, man. All right. We don't know how it's going to happen, but we know that, pursuant to the book of Amos, the 8th chapter, that the Most High said there was going to be a famine of hearing his word, man. Right? So we know that it's just a matter of time, until brothers is going to be criminalized for going out to the highways and byways to teach. And when that does start to take place, we know we know that once that start to happen, that's basically the Lord closing the curtains. The time of teaching out on the highways and the byways is going to be up. And if we still have the internet, we still got the unicorn, then, brothers will be using that to, continue to upload lessons until they end up taking that up. Right? So that time is coming, man. All right. And I actually looked this up for myself. Salakia. Canada's stronger hate crime protections become law. Telling you, man, we here with it. It's in Canada, but believe you me, this shit is gonna make its way to the States in some way, shape, or form, man. Well, we can't tell you how or when exactly, but we know that it's gonna happen, man. Right? And it's gonna happen soon, because you see they already trying to take away your so-called freedom of speech. All right? But freedom of expression and religion remain protected under the charter. Criminalize religious teaching, restrict the ability to preach, read scripture, or practice religion. All right, and that's pretty much the point that I want to get on there. And I'm pretty sure, bros up there in Canada have caught wind of this, because you got brothers that teach up there, so I'm pretty sure, bros is fully aware of this. You know what I mean? But soon we not gonna be able to go out to the hedges and teach, man. Right? Because that's gonna be tempting the Most High. So it's gonna get to the point where you ain't gonna see brothers out there teaching no more. All right? This is why you gotta get this while you can, man. Right? Yahweh Shai said, hey, we must work the work of him that sent him while it is day, because the night coming when no man can work. And as the title of the elder's lesson is, the sun shall go down over the prophets. All right. Right now, the sun is up. Right now, that light is still shining. But eventually, the Lord is going to snatch his word up. And if you got it, then you got it. And if you don't, then you don't. All right. Because also, when you go to the book of Ezekiel, we'll pull this real quick. And it's going to be something just, brief. Just wanted to add my little 2 cents to it. This is the book of Ezekiel 3:26. It says, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Right now, the Lord has us still out here. And this is how you know that the doors of mercy are still open. All right, the Lord still has us out here, teaching week in and week out. You got certain camps that go out multiple times a week. Lessons being pushed out like crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the apostles that upload multiple lessons a day. And you got other brothers that's doing the same thing that's in the same spirit. All right, but soon the season of teaching is going to be over with, man. Right? This is why you got to get this while you can, man. Right? Because pursuing the Amos 8th chapter, you're going to be going everywhere looking for the word, man. Because you're going to realize everything that we were saying was the truth. Right now, shit don't even seem far-fetched. But to the eyes of the blind, this shit not going to happen. But wait until it do happen. Then you going to be going here and there like, they teaching over there. Let's go over there and see if they still over there. Let's try to pull up the YouTube channel. And you ain't going to be able to pull up now one video, man. All right? Once the Lord does that, hey, mercy is over with. Grace is over with. You see that you're going to be in good standings with the Lord or you not, man. All right? And wait until brothers is not out there teaching. It's going to be that much more harder to find the truth, man. Right? Because who's to say that the YouTube and the unicorn is going to be up that much longer after they pass these laws in the States? Because the bulk of Jake teaching is over here in the United States, man. Over here in the West. Because Babylon going to be the cherry on top. So it makes sense on why most of us is here. Right? This is that great whore that sitteth upon the beast. Right? Upon the many waters. So it makes sense on why most of us is here. Any major city you can go to and find brothers. Shit, even in the smaller ones. You know what I mean? But soon, you're not going to be able to find brothers, man. Then that's when Jake going to know that they fucked up. All right? Strengthening hate crime laws. And I ain't going to read it. If brothers want to, look it up for themselves and, edify themselves, then, feel free to do so, man. All right? Also, peep the Elders channel. Because that time is coming, man. All right? The time is coming where you will no longer have access to this truth. And like I said, then you're gonna realize that you fucked up. All right, you can't treat this truth like a motherfucking 6-week assessment. The end of the 6 weeks, like how when you in school, they got the end of the 6 weeks, and if you pass for the, it determines whether you pass the semester or not. Jake be trying to scramble and do little bullshit to pass his classes, to make up for his grades and shit. You're not gonna be able to do that, man. All right, that ain't how this truth works. You gotta get it while it's hot, man. All right, so with that being said, just something short and brief to add my little 2 cents to it. All I'm about to say was edifying. Until next